What's this? What's this? Amber liquid everywhere. What's this? Everybody's acting weird. What's this? I see no holiday, just lots of drinking. Give me some, this isn't fair.
Before St. Patrick's Day would be celebrated the world over, with practically everyone indulging in one or two too many. Before astronaut Chris Hadfield took photographs of Ireland from outer space and recorded a song of him singing Danny Boy.
But come ye back when summer's in the meadow.
Before there was an Irish bar in practically every country on Earth. Before a St. Patrick's Day parade would be held in cities around the world, including Moscow, Tokyo, Montreal, Toronto, and in Chicago, where they dye the river green. Before Ireland's potato crop failed, resulting in over 1 million Irish deaths, and millions of other Irish being forced to immigrate from their native land.
All this drinking, violence, destruction of property, are these the things we think of when we think of the Irish?
Now, these people were in search of greener pastures, but in truth there is no nation that holds green as near and dear to its heart as that of Ireland. Now, the people, they spread out across the world and they brought with them their celebration of St. Patrick's Day. In fact, there is no national festivity that is celebrated this globally. But who is the man the holiday is named after? And did he really chase the snakes out of the country? It turns out he wasn't even Irish. What's going on, guys? My name is Michael McCrudden and welcome to Before They're Famous, documenting the life and the holiday of St. Patrick's Day, here for you on Before They're Famous. Now, none of you guys requested this video, shame on you, because today it is in fact St. Patrick's Day, and in the past I've done a video on Santa Claus, so you should have known better. Be sure to let me know in the comments down below who you want to hear about next. Also, how are you enjoying this epic day?
This is the busiest drinking day of the year. Where are the designated drivers? Beat it. I got no room for cheapskates.
Whiskey.
Born somewhere in Britain circa 386 AD, the story goes that the man who would go on to be named St. Patrick was initially captured by Irish pirates at the age of 16, and he was then brought to the Emerald Isle as a slave. Now, much of his life is unknown, with contemporary historians being unable to verify a whole lot, but there are a lot of people that trace his name back to that of Maewyn Succat. We do know his father was Calphurnius, and he was a deacon from a Roman family of high social standing. As for his mother, her name was Conchessa, and she had strong religious ties to that of Christianity. Now, due to his capture, the young man did not receive a formal education, but he was spiritually guided. His master, well, he was a high priest of Druidism. Fake! Now, while he was in slavery, he was tasked with tending to sheep, and he would pass the time by praying. He came to think of this time as God testing his faith. Finally, after 6 years, well, he escaped and he got home to his family. A free man once again, Patrick then went to France, where he enlisted in the priesthood. There he had visions of young Irish children needing his help, which led him to return to Ireland with the goal of bringing Christianity to the nation. Now, when he finally returned to Ireland, he was thought to be somewhere in his 40s or 50s, and he was met with a whole lot of resistance. In fact, at one point he was locked up for 60 days and given no excuse, but regardless, he pushed forward. And through his practice of preaching, writing, and performing thousands of baptisms, well, he built up a following. He ordained priests to lead in his Christian community. He also got some wealthy women to be his nuns, because it's always good to have a lady around. He also got some king's sons to embrace Christianity, and all of a sudden, well, it spread throughout the nation. Now, if you've ever been to Ireland, there is a church on every corner, so the man must have been doing something right.
I hear you're a racist now, father. What?
He also constructed the Celtic Cross, created councils, founded monasteries, and organized Ireland into a diocese. Now, legend has it that Patrick, he drove all of the snakes off of the island into the sea, but that right there, that's an old wives' tale. How do I know that? Well, leprechauns, they find snakes to be delicious, and they ate them all, for real. Another legend pertaining to St. Patrick was his use of the shamrock to explain the different variations of God. You got the Father, you got the Son, and you got the Holy Spirit. Now that one makes sense. Now, there's much speculation surrounding the year of St. Patrick's death, but the date was quite confidently pegged of that of March 17th. Now that we got all that stuff out of the way, let's talk about the party.
Drink?
St. Patrick's Day was made an official Christian feast day back in the 17th century, and it was their way to celebrate both St. Patrick as well as the arrival of Christianity in Ireland. Furthermore, it also became a calendar year for the Irish to celebrate their own culture and heritage, which looks a little something like this.
We drink all day, we're full of guilt. We know we're not Scots, 'cause we don't wear a kilt.
Throughout the mid-1800s, the Great Hunger, or the Irish Potato Famine, was at its worst, resulting in over 1 million deaths and another million Irish leaving to distant locations like New York, Boston, and Newfoundland. So much so that the population remaining on Ireland was less than 25%. Yeah, a lot of people died, or left. But with them being far away from home, they still wanted to celebrate being Irish. So when would they do that? Of course, they would do it on St. Patrick's Day. And the Irish, they must bang like rabbits, because their numbers, they grew no matter where they went. Like a lot. All of a sudden, Irish pubs began to pop up all over the world, and Irish dance became a popular pastime, including on the very bottom of the Titanic. Now, by the 21st century, it is estimated that 80 million people worldwide claim some Irish descent. I'm in fact one of those people. My ancestors, they survived the famine. They didn't leave the country until the 1970s. And, well, the Toronto Maple Leafs, back then they were known as the Toronto St. Patricks. So I guess when they got to Canada, they filmed much at home. Now, the heavy drinking related to this holiday, that is a relatively new trend. But who am I to complain? In fact, well, it's my favorite holiday of all time. So enjoy yourself out there, but be safe. As for the rest of the story, well, there really isn't much more. Or if there is, it's in the history books. This is before they were famous.
Today, everyone is a little bit Irish, except, of course, for the gays and the Italians.
Thanks for checking out my personal channel. My name is Michael McCrudden. I do all sorts of celebrity bios on here. If you like this one, you might want to check out Santa Claus. But I also do rappers, politicians, actors, comedians, even porn stars. Yeah, there's definitely no saints on that list. Alright, ran out of breath. See you guys in another video.
Just you try it. Oh, I'll try it. Just you try it. You'll feel it when I try it. I'd like to see you have at it. Would you now?